And here we see a strongman in his natural habitat. I have to keep this super high because of how big my stomach and my legs are. Is this literally just to keep people from like flying up?
Yeah, so funny story is I actually have a video coming out where I was doing this in my gym, and I have an old school plate loadable one.
Okay.
And the pin,
so you could load a bunch of weight on that.
Yeah, you could throw like a ton of weight, but the funny thing is there wasn't a pin in this part.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like 300 some pound pull downs, and as I'm going down, the pad flies out.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Like, you know, imagine like building up as much force as you can, and it just explodes. So
yeah, that's
anyway,
awesome, man.
Yeah, these are good that this has a nice pin. So what we're gonna do, since we did horizontal push, we're gonna do a vertical pull. So he's been doing a good mixture of vertical pulling and horizontal pulling.
Yeah.
Meaning vertical is gonna be a pull here, horizontal would be towards the chest. We'll just cover some basics with the lat pull down. This is a great movement just to build the back, the lats. We'll probably do 3 good sets, anywhere from 8 to 12 reps. But I just want to watch what you're doing, seeing how it looks, if there's any way that we can make some adjustments. And then from there, we'll probably hit some sort of hinging movement pattern. Like for you, I wanted to work on your RDLs with dumbbells, and then maybe a squat, and seeing how we feel. There is a sled over there with a little strip of turf, so we can do a little sled work since you've never done some sled work before.
Okay.
But I think that'll be great, especially wanting to get our steps in today. We can get steps with the sled, kind of get some blood flow to the legs.
Yeah.
And then after we're done with this workout, maybe we'll hit a walk or something like that, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get that 20-step goal in as much as we can by having maybe some designated walk sessions, but then just getting movement in throughout the day where we're not really thinking about it, whether we're going to the Walmart to pick some stuff up and walking around perusing. People watching at Walmart's always fun. Or,
or with the camera, people watching us.
Yeah, who's watching?
It's awesome.
Let's try to see. Let me see what you've been doing for your lat pull down so far.
Okay.
And then based on what I see, I can give you some points of performance.
Like 80?
Well, let's start lighter. Let's start lighter,
here.
and let's just do like a set of like 10 or 12 that you can comfortably do with no problem.
How far forward am I supposed to be on this thing?
Wherever is comfortable on your legs.
Because I feel like my butt should be there, but so this thing doesn't really contribute a whole lot. It's just
well, so you want to push that down. You want that to be sitting on your legs.
You want that to be on your legs?
Yeah, that's going to help you from getting pulled up.
Okay, because I can't have my ass on this thing if that's the case.
Here, I'll move this. Let's just go.
Oh, you're doing low, super light?
Yeah, I just want to watch your movement patterns with like a lighter weight.
Yeah, actually, I'm surprised reaching this is really difficult. So you're supposed to hold the angled part, right?
You can, it depends, right? You can go out there, you can go here, it depends on.
What do you want me working right now? Like, which one would you
I think
prefer?
this is good for you. It's easy to understand. We have the knurling here. It's going to be a little bit of a wider grip, which is going to really bias the lats.
Then we're supposed to go down to like right here?
Yep, and let me see, go, good. So I'm just taking it all in. I'm just watching what he does.
No,
and from there, I'll give him some pointers. Okay, so what I want you to do, we'll put our hands on here again.
Okay.
Okay. From here, so what I saw Ethan doing is when he was actually pulling in front of his body. So what I want him to do is think about slightly leaning back just a little bit. Okay. We're going to kind of have our head kind of angled up, which is good a little bit. But I want you to pull. Is it okay if I touch you?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to pull and touch the bar to your collarbone, essentially. There. Good. Now get up, and I want a big stretch at the top. Good. And then I want you to pull down, touch it right there. Good. So now we can see that he's not so much pulling in front of him. He's pulling a little bit more back. And think about when you're pulling, Ethan, so go back at the top. When you pull down, I don't want you to drive your elbows back. I almost want your elbows to kind of go straight down towards...
Like that?
Yeah, but same thing, but then I want that to touch the collarbone as you do that. Good. There you go. Now stretch up top.
So actually, it's hurting my legs more than it is my upper body, just because like I'm
because of your foot position.
I'm trying to figure out because.
Can you do that? Can you lay your legs more straight?
Tall, dude.
How's that?
Do they need to be planted like they did on the other thing?
As long as you have support, kind of like almost like you're in a roller coaster ride, right? Like as long as this is holding you down.
Because this is actually, like, unironically hurting my legs more than it is like the actual what I'm actually supposed to be working.
So what I want you to do is just get into a comfortable position.
Okay.
So whatever position that looks like for you right now, That's where we're gonna be.
I think this is pretty comfortable right now.
Okay. So, yep, we'll get our hands in the bar, and then based on this position being the most comfortable for you,
yeah,
I want you to now
lean
still
back.
touch it to your collarbone. Good, and then up. Nice. Good. And where are you feeling this when you're pulling? Do you feel in your
Arms.
back? Arms. Anything in your back? Do you feel anything like around here in the back?
Yeah, I think especially when it gets closer down here, I can feel the back of those shoulders activating.
Okay.
But up here, I feel like biceps.
Yeah, your biceps are going to be involved a little bit. And that's the thing too, right? Since Ethan's so new to all this training, he's going to probably feel it everywhere, right?
Oh yeah.
So over time, he's going to have a better mind-muscle connection once he has more reps and more experience to really know where he's trying to bias with certain muscles. So it's not abnormal for him to be like, yeah, I feel it everywhere, or maybe more places that people probably wouldn't think right away. So just almost think your arms are hooks, right? So I'm hooked on here and I'm pulling down almost with my elbows to get that part to touch my collarbone.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is that easy to digest or too much?
I'm thinking about it.
So you got hooks on there. Now pull down with your elbows.
Yeah.
Touch that to your chest. Good. And up. Big stretch at the top. That big stretch you should feel back here, kind of lengthening.
Okay. Okay. So I need to go further up.
Good. Yep. Almost think about flexing your tricep at the top. There you go.
Yeah.
Good. So now we're getting a big stretch.
Yeah, I can definitely feel it more at the top now.
Good. So the only thing that I'm seeing, which I think over time will change, is you can see how his elbows are kind of going backwards. I think that's mainly due to
my weight and stuff.
Well, not your weight, but just how we have to sit right now.
Okay.
Over time, I think that's going to change, and that's fine. And people can say whatever they want, but it's like at the end of the day, we're doing the best we can, and as the weight goes down and we get more comfortable,
and building these techniques now, are going to benefit me a lot
100%
down the road.
Yeah, but the biggest thing, like I'm saying, is we're controlling. Right, we're nice and controlled.
Yeah.
We have that big stretch up top, and you're comfortable doing it. And the other thing too is making sure that we're not using, which I didn't see at all, which is great, like ton of body English trying to heave and hoe it. We don't want to do that. We want each rep to be the same, so that when we do adjust weight, we know that it's because we're stronger, not because we're exerting more body English into it to get the weight.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So see how he has a slight angle back a little bit?
Yeah.
And his elbows are he's pulling down. So this looks really good. And this is the point where ideally we're going to get you.
Yeah.
But we're really not far off.
Once I can sit in that position.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's what we got to work with right now, which is fine.
So in what scenario then would you move the hands from the angled part to the actual bar or to the straight part?
Just depending on what you're trying to bias more. Like if you're looking for more mid back, you can bring them closer. If you're looking to get more of like the lats on the outside, like that big V kind of like look, right? Anything wider grip is going to bias that a little bit more.
Okay, and that's probably really important for my posture too then, because
all
outside
of this stuff is great.
Yeah.
Right? So like what you'll see is like when we program and we train, if you're doing full body workouts, maybe on Monday you have a wide grip vertical pull down, and then on Wednesday maybe we have a seated close grip to work more of the mid of the back, right? And then maybe on the last day, we're gonna do a dumbbell row for like a unilateral variation. So it's a way for us to hit different angles of the back with different exercises while synergistically working together long term. It's cool because, we like video games, right? It's like you're creating your character. Like that for me was like this crazy moment that I had because I used to be a huge video gamer.
The gaming epiphany.
Well, the thing is, I would take hours to build my character, and like that mattered like most to me. And then I was like, wait, like I am the character. And then I can come in the gym and I can change my attributes. Do I want more stamina? Do I want more strength?
It's funny you say that, man, because whenever I play like an RPG, I always try to make the character look like me.
Yeah.
That kind of gets you further into it.
It's business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, people have been asking for the Benard mullet. I don't know how I feel about that.
Your picture is going to be inside of barbershops. They're like, I want the number 9, the EB mullet.
All right, I think that does it at least.
How'd that feel?
Good.
All right. Danny,
it's actually kind of wild that just the difference in ease between 50 and 60.
Yeah.
60 felt like it was a little too much, but then when I got to that 50, I was just...
So you want to show? Let me show you a cool trick too.
Yeah.
Is you're only limited by your imagination. So
yeah.
One of my best friends always says, and it's like you can come in here and you can rig up all sorts of craziness.
Yeah.
So keep it a little bit more strict. Don't let those elbows flare too far back. So you're getting to a point where I can tell. Yeah, you're starting to feel it.
Well, he's got it up to 80 too.
Right.
So
you got to think, right? Technical failure. There's a difference between failure and technical failure. Once we're just kind of throwing technique out the window, I think, that's kind of our point, especially when you're starting. So a good trick is he wanted 50.
50s.
Right, but you said the 60 was too much?
Yeah.
So here, take that pin out real quick, Danny. Throw it in the hole. Find the number.
Like what number?
50.
There you go.
Is it on the 50?
Yeah.
The world may never know.
It's a great way to cover up how much weight you're actually doing.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully
now the TikTok comments can't talk shit about the weight.
But
they
that's
can't
how
see
you
the
can
number.
do an incremental jump. You know what I mean? So if you're stuck between that 50 and 60, throw one of those bad boys on there.
This
and
thing
now you
is
can find a happy
sentient.
medium.
This thing
Dude,
is
the best is when you
sentient.
just smack your head on it. It actually startles me every time when I'm just walking around and I get hit by it.
Well, most people aren't blessed with our height, man. Well, this is my last set. You said go until you got a couple left, right? Or do you not want to go that far with this?
No, that's good. That's good. Give me one in the tank. With good technique, though.
Actually, my fingers are hurting more than my shoulders at this point, so.
Yeah, so the one thing I was going to say, because he just talked about like his fingers and his hands, since he's
there it is.
Beginning, I want him to use like obviously get some grip strength out of this. As he progresses, we're going to throw in things like straps, right? So straps are going to allow us to do this movement without having the grip being our limiting factor and put more bias into the muscles of the back. But for right now, since he's just beginning this journey, I think it's very important for him to build foundational grip strength, callous the hands a little bit, and then once we get to a point where he can do more weight, but it's the grip that becomes the issue, then we use some tools like straps. Or we were even talking last night about a lifting belt, which can be a conversation for another training session.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some really good benefits for him specifically, which why I think he should be using a lifting belt. So we'll talk about that in another video. But how'd that feel?
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
I
that was
can
your
feel
last
the
set?
burn. Yeah.
You feel like you're kind of floating now because your lats are just so pumped up with blood?
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah, he's about to fly away.
Hey, I got a pretty big wingspan right now.
Dude, talk about wingspan. We found a freaking hawk outside of his house today, just gnawing on like a rabbit or something.
Yeah, Joey
crazy.
pulls in this morning and there's just a big hawk sitting on a giant tree stub.
And everybody's standing outside like this, and I'm like, am I that cool? Or then I realized, no, there's a hawk eating something in the front
just
yard.
like gnawing on a dead animal on top of a tree stump.
Wingspan, yeah. Thinking we did our bench, we did our pull downs.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep that full body theme. We could work on those RDLs for the hammies a little bit.
We could do that now. We could do that later. I don't know how long you're wanting to push one session. Like I feel like I could do whatever right now. So teach me the methods, dude.
No, but I want to go over technique with the dumbbell RDLs.
Yeah.
So that way, when I'm not here, I know you're doing correctly. Danny's here to kind of listen and everything. So
he doesn't like those.
All right. So we're gonna work on doing some RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. Main point of these is going to be a hinge movement pattern. So we're going to be hinging over versus squatting. And this is going to typically hit the posterior chain, just meaning a lot of the muscles on the back side of the body. So your back, low back, glutes, hamstrings, all that good stuff. So basically when we're doing these, what I kind of, listen, you can do not narrow grip, but you can do wide grip or normal grip. We're just gonna go normal grip, so kind of just, and this is like an easy bar, so it's a little bit bent, it's a little bit weird. We do have straight bars, but this is nice just because these have the weights right on the end of them. They're easy accessible, and listen, at the end of the day, we're just playing with what we got here. So when I'm doing these, what I like to think about is my feet are gonna be typically just under my hips or maybe my shoulders max. And then before I start the hinge pattern, I want to pull my shoulders back like this. I'm gonna slightly bend my knees a little bit. And the whole point though is once my knees are bent, I don't really want to bend them much more
So you kind of gotta like lock into that place.
Yeah, especially if you're really trying to hit the hamstrings and get a really good deep stretch and a hinge movement pattern. So shoulders back, chest is nice and proud, knees are slightly bent. And then from here, all I'm thinking about doing while keeping that flat back posture, as you can see, I'm just pushing my butt as far back behind me as I can.
I think there's a term for that.
And what's the term?
I don't want to say it, man. I was just trying to make a joke.
It's not funny. But all we're doing is basically tracing this bar down my legs while keeping that flat back. So the difference is this would be rounded, right? And this is what you're going to see a lot of people do is they start rounding over. We want to keep our shoulders back, chest proud, and think about my butt going back, back, back.
It's going to hurt.
And then getting as deep as I can. And then from there, just smoothly standing back up and almost like retracing the line that I just went down with.
Moving those shoulders back hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Like just without any other factors. Like, because that's where I think I'm weakest because of that posture.
Yeah.
Because, like, even when I'm at a desk, like, I have so much in front of me with, like, the hernia and the fat and stuff that I have to kind of hunch over just to, like, reach my mouse and keyboard.
For sure.
And then when I'm sitting down, it just kind of naturally, just not like, full-on hunchback, but I just kind of naturally go like that. So it's kind of wild, like, even how much I feel just, like, putting those shoulders back is, like, you can feel, like, the whole thing, like, the front, the back, those shoulder blades just kind of, like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So, honestly, like, we can – sometimes what I do, even with beginners, is I don't even have them hold a barbell. Almost, like, all I think about is, like, doing the position, kind of having your hands here as if it was the barbell.
Yeah, practicing,
like,
just the technique. And then you're coming
down like this, right? And I like this mirror here because you can look and see how things are, right? So, if I start to do this and I'm going down –
yeah, you can see that difference.
Well, I notice my upper back – so, okay.
Yeah.
Shoulders back, chest proud. Maybe the cue doesn't make sense to you when I say it.
Yeah.
But once you
visualize it,
you're like, oh, okay. Shoulders are back, chest is proud. And you can see how it unrounds my posture a bit. Once again, we're talking about posture. All of the things we're doing here are going to help with your posture.
Yeah.
But even something like this is huge because it's forcing you to pull the shoulders back and chest up, which if we're in a seated position, shoulders back, chest up, right?
Yeah.
Instead of being like this. And this is the position we don't necessarily want to be in.
Yeah, and that's probably the position I was in the video I posted.
Right. And
with the shoulders, just whatever, you know?
The thing with the internet, too, is like, say, like I'm a gym owner. If I bought my gym and I started with all the bells and whistles and the coolest stuff possible, where do I go from there?
Yeah.
Right? I've already hit, sky's the limit. So same thing with the gym, right? Like you want to see the progress. You want to see it's the journey. If you were crushing it right from the beginning, it's like, well, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
It's not a journey anymore. We've reached the destination. So for you, it's cool if we can look back. And I think this mirror is going to be great. So that way, when you're here on your own, you can kind of look over, be like, oh, okay, maybe my knees are bent too much, or maybe I'm rounding. And then you can easily make those adjustments. Or if Danny's here with you, Danny can kind of say, hey, you look like you're rounding your upper back a little bit. Or your knees are too bent, so you guys can give each other feedback on the movement.
Okay. Like an action figure, bro. Just
dude.
Hands like that.
And then hands on your
shoulders back.
And then from there, all we want to do, bend your knees a little bit.
Bend the knees a little, and then
we're going to start sliding those hands.
Like that?
Right, but now look in the mirror. So see how you're rounding? So what I want you to think about, right? Let's try to pull those shoulder blades back best we can.
Yeah.
And for you, almost put your gaze to that treadmill as you go down. So that's going to help kind of, that looks better. Are we seeing this? Are we seeing this?
Holy shit, I can feel that without the,
Yeah, that looks way better actually. And you're going to have the wall based on your range of motion and flexibility.
Yeah.
So first, I'm like, obviously I haven't been really doing much and I'm kind of more, I'm not warmed up. So for me, like, I just have to go like this, and I can feel those hamstrings already, right? It doesn't take much. But after you're warmed up, right, you do some reps, maybe you do a set of like 10, you're over time, it's going to help you get into a
now, with
more
my build,
position.
Is it okay if my arms are kind of not out front? Because for me to move my arms out front, I can't really have my shoulders back and my arms out front at the same time.
It's not okay. You can't do this exercise.
Yeah, I'm just not capable. You just got to find something
different. We're done. Yeah, no, 100%. That's fine.
So with that being said, do you think the dumbbells so that I can have the free hand placement, or do you think trying to just still utilize that for stability?
You can, listen, if you use that, once again, there's not one size that fits them all, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe you go a little bit wider on the bar, right?
Okay.
So that you're still, listen, if I even go wider on the bar, it's still the same movement pattern.
Yeah, because I'm thinking
Yeah.
if I keep my shoulders back like that, people can see my belly.
Good.
And,
so remember, gaze forward. I think that gaze forward helped you keep it more flat back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. All right, maybe you try a couple reps just there. Good. Control it down. Think, just trying to keep that bar on your body as you're doing the movement.
Okay.
Good. Up. Good. Shoulders back, chest up. Good. Bend the knees a little bit. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty flat back. I don't know if you can see it from that there, Jeremiah, but when I'm looking in the mirror, right? So start hinging forward.
Yeah.
See, now we're rounding. So get those. There you go. So what
shoulders back.
You're good. If you need a break, you can put it down.
Is it the gaze thing, you think?
It's the gaze. So what he's doing, and listen, body's going to go where the eyes and the head are typically.
Oh, my God.
So if I just look down
so
and I go down, I'm going to be more rounded, right? But if I can keep my gaze forward with the same technical points, right, I can keep my back a little flatter.
Wow, that like really goes crazy on the back of the shoulders too.
Good. There you go. And when you're doing it, think with your weight displacement, we still want to have our weight in the middle of our foot as we're doing it. So I don't want to see you too far back in your heels or too into your toes.
I actually have a harder time with the weight displacement side to side with my feet.
Well, it could be the shoes too.
Because my feet are so wide.
Right, but they're also very cushiony shoes.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to put you into a position more based off the
wobbliness,
cushion than, like, see, I have flat shoes.
Yep.
Right? So obviously when we're walking around, those are great. Yeah. But when we're in here and we have to be able to feel the ground underneath of us, it's going to shift us forward or backward.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like either having flat shoes or I'll take my shoes off. Like those shoes are pretty good. They're more flat base. But you just want to be able to feel the weight distribution in your feet when you're doing these. That's okay. To see how you're in your heels. Yeah, so just try to distribute your weight so it's more in the middle of your foot now next time. Good. Gaze at Ethan. Good. Stare into his eyes. Stare into his eyes. Make the most. Send him a message through your eyes right now. Good. Alrighty. Yep. Keep the gaze treadmill. Good. Nice. Back is looking nice. Good angle. Good. Hammies. You feeling hammies?
Oh yeah.
Good. Like parallel to the floor. That's a good one. Yeah. Good stretch. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't want to overdo them. I just want you guys to get the
Well, that was my third,
down.
right?
Yeah.
I did 3 sets?
Yeah, so you're good. How your legs feeling?
Fine.
Okay. How you feeling, Danny?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? All right. You guys just want to finish up and maybe doing some sled pushes?
Sure.
And then we'll call it a day for this session?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
we'll
So basically,
tonight.
we had the bench press, we had the lat pull downs. I wanted to work with them on their RDLs, and then we just been wanting to try some new stuff. So I see we got a little strip of turf. We got a sled. Typically, I would have him do some sort of squat movement pattern, but we'll save that for another session. But I feel like a good way to get the heart rate up a little bit. We got our 20K step goal, so get him some more steps, burn the legs up a little bit. We'll just do a couple sled pushes, and then we'll call it a day for this session. And then we'll continue on, and we have another one we're going to do tonight. So we just have a basic little strip of some turf here. We got a sled. He's never done sled pushes before, so great way to get our steps in, great way to get the heart rate up a little bit, get some blood flow to the legs. We're not trying to beat him up too much because we have a packed weekend.
Yeah.
But all we're going to do, all right, we'll just load some weight. We'll go straight arm, and we're just going to drive the sled. It's very simple.
Okay.
Arms, put them
Straight
comfortably
arms.
on the handles, and then just drive forward into it. There you go. He's got the eyes of the tiger right now.
Yeah, dude.
He's stalking down his prey. Making you a strongman, dude. You're going to do sled drags and pulls and strongman.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we'll push the sled down, then we're going to pull it back.
Okay.
All right. So the weight feel pretty good on everything?
Oh, yeah. It's
All right.
really, really
Why
light.
don't we throw... Dan, you want to grab one of those red plates? We'll throw one of those bad boys on there. Yeah. So I not tricked Ethan, but we're definitely going to now add some sled work into his program.
Hell yeah, dude.
So honestly, I think it's fun. Like, and there's different things you can do with the sled.
It's better than walking.
Right?
Literally anything is better than walking.
Yeah, yeah, and it's going to get his heart rate up. He's showing interest in wanting to do some strongman at some point, so there are going to be drags and pulls, so it is specific to that as like a long-term goal. It's relatively easy on the knees for the most part, right? There's not a lot of pounding that he's doing, and we can adjust it in tons of different variations. So I just wanted to throw that in, especially being at this gym over the weekend. We're going to try to play with a lot of stuff maybe he hasn't used or shows interest in.
Yeah.
But overall, that was kind of the first session. So how you guys feeling?
I feel good, man.
Do you feel like you put some work in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's cool too with this because, like you said, easy on the knees. My heaviest, I was 660 pounds, and I've never had knee pain.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only time I ever feel pain in my knees is when I'm literally down on my knees applying weight to them.
Right.
So walking and whatever.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is great.
I felt a little crunchiness, but there was no pain.
Yeah, which like I think that's probably just some crepitus or just some air bubbles or something like that. As long as he's not showing or feeling pain, for me that's a green light that we can do it.
Absolutely.
Dan, how you feeling from the whole thing?
Pretty good. Nice.
Yeah. Did you guys learn anything, like tips or tricks with the lifts and stuff?
Well, all the technique stuff, man.
Feel a little bit more comfortable?
I think I have the technique perfectly already.
Well,
he was perfect, and he was a warrior before you guys
of a
came
legend,
here.
Yeah, like I said, we're not trying to beat him up too much. We got another session we're going to hit tonight. We still have to get 20K steps in, so it wouldn't make sense to.
Yeah, we got 17,000 left.
Yeah,
so we've only got 10 hours left in the day.
So we got to go and get that done. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, our communication, coaching philosophy, and listen, we're just building the base, right? It's one set, one rep, one session at a time, and then we'll continue to add more as we progress. So I'm just super stoked. I'm honored to be here. Very grateful for this opportunity, and it's just great to get out here and get to work with him in person, and it just strengthen our relationship as we continue to work together. So I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. And guys, don't forget, the reason we were brought here together today is Jocko Fuel.
100%.
So we got to give a huge shout out to them.
They hooked us up, making this trip happen. Jeremiah, behind the camera. So they're the bread and butter of us making this possible. Try their products, great protein, great pre-workout. Go for some energy.
What's your favorite flavor?
For which one?
The shakes.
The shakes, I would say the most one used is probably just vanilla because it's versatile. Outside of that, typically a different flavor. Cookies and cream. I love cookies and cream. And then if you're talking about a seasonal, I'm a big fan of the gingerbread cookie.
Okay. Gingerbread over the pumpkin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, even though their pumpkin is phenomenal, actually. One of the best.
See, I loved the bottled sweet cream coffees, but when they came out with that coffee and donuts powder,
a game over?
It was
game
over,
changer?
yeah.
No, it's good stuff. But yeah, check them out. All right. Catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you're following Ethan, following myself, following Jeremiah, and Danny, who just is
the side character. We'll put it on the screen.
He's our side quest guy. So anyway, that's it, guys. We appreciate you. Chat with you soon.